In the words of one political analyst, a lot of rich people will be attending the event, which is also billed as a birthday celebration for Cox's wife. But whether his close association with Mr. Trump will help him in a blue state is open to debate. The latest Goucher poll shows Democrat Wes Moore leading Cox 53 to 31%. Former President Donald Trump is rewarding close ally and supporter Dan Cox with a Florida fundraiser. Tickets for the cocktail reception at Mar-a-Lago cost $17.76. A photo op with Trump and Cox will cost $25,000.
Holding a fundraiser with Donald Trump reminds the public that he is deeply aligned with Donald Trump and really benefits from Donald Trump's support.
And political analysts question whether that close association will help Cox in a state where Democrats outnumber Republicans 2-1. The latest Goucher poll shows Trump receiving just 32% of support in Maryland.
If he's trying to focus himself as a moderate candidate like Governor Hogan has been, this is a really rough way to do it, in my opinion.
Cox has supported Trump's claims of widespread voter fraud in the 2020 election. He attended the January 6 rally outside the White House. He did not participate in the attack on the Capitol. The latest campaign finance report shows Cox had $130,000 cash on hand.
He's going to have to find a way to get on the news and to get in front of television commercials. And so he needs the funds for that more than anything else. Not only to reach his base to turn out, but to try to persuade moderate Republicans, independents, and maybe some moderate Democrats that he is worthy of their consideration.
The campaign of Democrat Wes Moore issued a statement saying election deniers stick together. And now Dan Cox is going all the way down to Florida with less than 50 days left in the election to kiss the ring. These men aren't patriots. They're a danger to our democracy. And Dan Cox is doing everything he can to cozy up to Trump, is an incredible threat to the future of Maryland. Meanwhile, political analysts also question whether this is actually a joint fundraiser.
That go to Donald Trump's campaign? Might that go to political PACs or areas of what we call dark money, where independent political action committees can use that money to run support for Dan Cox, apart from it being a direct donation to his campaign?
The Cox campaign did not respond to our request for a comment. The fundraiser will be held 10 days before early voting starts in Maryland. Reporting live from the newsroom, David Collins, WBAL TV 11 News.